So 6 major media companies control 90% of the information you receive. Now, before we get into those 6 companies, I want you to know why this is so important. See, a great philosopher once said, one of the most difficult things for man to do is adequately assess their own reality, for perception often gets in the way. So much of how we see reality is shaped by the media and the information we consume, intertwined with our feelings, our emotions, and our experiences. So it should be a major red flag that most of the information we consume is controlled by one of these 6 major media companies. Number 1, National Amusement, owned by this guy. Number 2, Disney, which is owned by this guy. Number 3, Time Warner, which is owned by this guy. 4, Comcast, owned by this guy. Number 5, News Corp, owned by this guy. And then Sony, owned by this guy. Now, it's important to remember, like, when we say media, we're not just talking about news outlets. See, we're referring to any medium that controls and distribution of information. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Now, we live in what has been characterized as a free and open society. And in that so-called free and open society, our ethics, our morality, our laws, and legislation are determined by our feelings, opinions, our actions, and ultimately our consent. Now, this places a large responsibility on the validity of our feelings and opinions. So what is shaping our feelings and emotions and ultimately our actions? It is the education and information we receive, which makes the fact that only 6 media companies control 90% of all the information we receive dangerous. It's through propaganda and disinformation that our feelings and our opinions are being manipulated. Now, this is a large part of what's called controlled behavior. It is a psychological warfare for the purpose of engineering consent. Now, in order for us to escape this matrix, we have to understand this matrix. So follow and share for more keys to our liberation.